Okay, we just got done seeing one, I think it's just called Penguins, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
And it's kind of a Disney nature flick about penguins.
It's a documentary.
Documentary, yeah. And what they do now with these new nature documentaries is they kind of pick an animal and they'll make a story around them. And, you know, it's about a penguin who mates and raises a family, and they, you know, and then they go off to the sea. You know, but fantastic photography.
Yeah, it was really, really beautiful.
Yeah, it's kind of, it's like watching a nature movie, but at least there's a little story to go along with it. There's a bunch of humor, hokey ass fucking songs being
that
played.
Made me laugh.
Yeah, I was laughing the whole thing. They're playing White Snake, you know.
And
It just,
R.E.S.P.
yeah,
Although I
R.E.S.P.
think that was a cover of R.E.S.P.
It was just,
I
you
don't
know,
think it was the actual.
corny as shit, but it was fucking funny.
Well, I think it was supposed to be.
Oh, of course
corny,
it- yeah, it was supposed to be
because,
corny.
I mean, so this focuses on, I like the way they focused on one particular penguin instead of like the whole, I mean, you know, they focused on all of the penguins at this particular colony, but they focused on one that they named Steve that was, this was apparently his first year traveling back to raise chicks, so it kind of went through the whole, like their whole year of him like finding a mate and like raising the chicks and keeping them from getting eaten and all this other kind of stuff. And I thought it was super cute. I mean,
But then they show everything that's happening on Antarctica.
Yeah,
Predatory birds, great white, no, not great white sharks, what do you call them? The killer whales,
leopard
seals.
seals,
Yeah. Different kinds of penguins, like emperor penguins. So, you know, it's kind of just a standard nature documentary, but
I
they
love those.
put a twist on it by putting a story behind it with some crazy songs. And, you know, the purpose of these movies is that an adult can take a kid to go see a documentary and everybody can have a good time and it's not dry and boring. And I think that it accomplished its mission.
Yeah, I think so too. Like I said, you get kind of invested in this little penguin's story as he kind of chubs his way along the fucking. It's like as soon as it started and they showed that one little penguin just like walking all by himself because he kept getting lost all the time. I guess he had a shitty sense of direction. But I was like, he walks just like our kitty cat walks.
Yeah.
He has that little waddly kind of.
But the purpose of the thing is that you can take a kid to come see a movie and the kid loves it, they're totally entertained, and it doesn't drive you crazy. You're laughing at it.
Yeah.
And you're admiring the photography. There's a lot of really cool underwater photography with icebergs and stuff like that, you know. Stuff that would be hard to see in a normal life. I mean, who goes to Antarctica?
Yeah.
Very few people.
I have to
Oh
say.
man, look, that's where I busted myself in the jaw with the car.
Oh.
See it?
You did? When did you do that?
Yesterday, opening the door. I
Oh.
closed the door.
You
and
didn't tell me that.
Yeah, hit myself in the head right there.
I have to say, my very favorite scene in this movie was when Steve was trying to, because they build little nests out of rocks, like to impress the ladies. So he's like building the nest, and this is his first time doing it because he's only 5 years old.
Yeah.
And like you can see the other penguins like around there, like checking him out, like waiting for him to leave. And as soon as he turns his back, they go and steal his rocks and take them.
You can see they were just.
And you can see they were just like.
And they were trying to
and
play
they
it
were
off
trying
like
to,
they weren't
act
stealing. They were
casual
stealing
and
his
stuff like
rocks.
that. Oh my
Yeah.
god, it was hilarious. I'm like, look at this little
Yeah.
trifling little penguin.
Yeah.
Waiting for him to turn his back.
I mean, they're not
Jerks.
They're not smart, but they're not that dumb.
No.
They know all about stealing and lying and deceiving.
And trying
It's
to
like
be all
I didn't take
slick
it.
about
I didn't take it.
Yeah, they're just like, what? I didn't do anything. I don't know what you're getting upset about.
Yeah. But yeah, it was, you know, I think the movie achieved what it was trying to do.
Yeah, it's like, you know what I mean? If you like nature documentaries, you probably love this. Kids will probably love it because it's got like a funny voiceover and like, you know, cheesy ass songs and stuff like that. So it's pretty entertaining.
It had humor.
And it's kind of educational as well.
Yep.
So,
Okay, we just rewatched Us, which is, you know, it was a horror movie. It was pretty good. I think it was actually probably better on the second viewing, kind of knowing how it ended.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Because here's the thing. Like I said before, we decided that since we have this, you know, whole thing with AMC Stubs A-list, it's like we don't really want to have to go like force ourselves to watch
movies that we don't want to watch dog movies and shit like that.
So there wasn't much left this week that was any good that we gave a crap about. So I said, well, why don't we go rewatch some stuff that we actually liked, and we'll see if how it is on the second time. And I'm actually really excited that I got to see it the second time because I liked it so much the first time. And like you said, I think it's really good to watch it knowing what the ending is. Yeah. So you can kind of pick up, because it's a so much richer experience when you know what the end is, so you can like look for all the clues and stuff. Yeah,
that first 20 minutes, the first 20 minutes, there's a setup in there, and if you really don't know how it ends, you can't really see the setup as well, I think.
Yeah, this is definitely a movie that like gets better on rewatches. And like I said, the more because I had actually like read some reviews of it after we watched it, and I rewatched Get Out, and which doesn't have anything to do with this movie necessarily. It's just the same director and stuff. So so one thing that I really liked was I picked up like so much more stuff. Like, did you see like at the beginning of the movie, like when they're closing in on that Hands Across America ad? Yeah. And then there's videotapes on the side? Yeah. Okay, well, one of the ones I noticed was Chud, which I thought that was funny. Cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers, for those of you who don't know. But I didn't notice the first time. Do you know what the other one was? The Man with Two Brains.
Okay, there was also the right...
You get it? Like twins?
The Right Stuff was there, too. Which is an astronaut movie. Yeah, yeah. But I'm not sure what.
And I noticed too, like that the Goonies was there, and then later on, like very near the end of the movie, there's actually kind of an oblique reference to Goonies, where when Red, who is the main character's doppelganger, when she says, it's our time up there, that is a paraphrase from the Goonies, where he says it's our time down here, because they went down like looking for the pirate treasure.
How'd the kid figure out his mother had been switched?
Yeah, spoiler alert.
Well, I'm figuring that people
I don't know if he knew exactly, but I think he started to suspect something was different about her when he saw her in their neighbor's house killing that twin sister, because she was wailing on it, and she was like almost animalistic. Yeah. And I think that kind of made him suspect, it's like, is this really my mom anymore? Because she's acting like one of the tethered. So I think that like after that happened, and then I think when
during the fight scene at the end,
and then during the fight scene, I think that he suspected that Red had taken his mom's place, right? Which she didn't really, but I think he suspected that. It's like, oh, she's one of them. You know what I mean? So like I said, I'm not sure if
I thought she was.
Yeah, well, she did start out as one of them.
Yeah, right.
So like I said, and I really liked like knowing that it's really good to watch a second time. I mean, honestly, I really think, I loved Get Out, but I think I liked this one a bit better. This had more overt humor. It was gorier. It was scarier, I think, than, it had creepier moments than Get Out.
It has a really good score.
The score is amazing. Yeah. I love it. The cinematography is amazing. Like I said, there's like so much like symbolism, and it's like everything means something, like every single thing in the background. Like I saw like all the board games like in the closet and stuff, and I'm like, oh, funny. Oh, yeah.
I think the only thing I can find wrong with it, the only thing I can knock it for, was that the premise of having clones trying to share one soul, and how the government somehow uses them underground. But I understand. I think I understand.
Like I said, it's more a symbolic kind of movie. It's not like realistic.
Yeah, it's not real. It's not plausible. But what they're doing is it's a very original idea.
Yeah,
like that. You've never seen that movie before. It's a very original idea. It's not a vampire movie. It's not a zombie movie. It's not superheroes. It's just its own movie, which I like that.
It's doppelgangers, but more than doppelgangers. Yeah. You know what I mean? And like I said, it's really kind of cool, like it can be read like in a lot of ways, and I think that's like the best thing about these types of
I think movies. It might be an analogy.
It is, Of specifically, I kind of read it as, the underclass. They're just like us, but they don't have the same, they have crappy stuff when we have good stuff, and they're like invisible to us, and stuff like that. And they're kind of coming back to get what they feel like they deserve and all this other kind of
Yeah.
stuff. But, you know, and like I said, that's why he used the Hands Across America iconography, because that was like,
there's
gonna join hands to like feed the homeless.
There's definitely a revolutionary theme, a theme of uprising in it.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But, yeah, it's a pretty good flick.
But yeah, honestly, seeing it again, I think it's probably a masterpiece. And I like it a little bit better than Get Out. Like, I really liked Get Out, but I think this is actually a better movie.
Yeah, now we're going to re-see Shazam later.
Yeah, that's the next one we're going to see Shazam again.
Which I liked it. I like to see if it stands up.
Yeah.
Okay, just got done with the second viewing of Shazam. And I have to say that I thought it stood up to second viewing. I thought it was good. I picked, you know what I mean? I was able to pick up a couple things that I hadn't noticed before, especially in that last fight. So much stuff happens. The first time you see it, it kind of overwhelms you. It just kind of goes right through you. You don't really, you know what I mean? You see it, but you don't really absorb exactly what happened in terms of like how much the kids do once they transform.
Yeah.
They did a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and I didn't really remember them doing that much. But they did. They were distracting all those monsters while a lot of the fighting stuff was going on.
Yeah, while he was fighting Dr. Savannah.
I did do some research after the first viewing to go back and see Shazam. You know, I grew up watching the television version of it, and I didn't know that there was a bunch of animated versions. I think it was like 3 or 4 other little animated movies that had Shazam in them. You know, I think he appears in like Justice League animated stuff. And the movie is true to the tone. He is kind of a comedic character in the animated version. So, yeah, this is it, man. They captured that character, and I think it was kind of cool that they took not even a B-list, maybe like a C or a D-list DC character that nobody's really interested in. They took that and actually made it a kick-ass movie out of it that I'd like to see that is super
entertaining.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, that's what I really liked about this movie. And honestly, and I said this before when we, you know, because we saw Us the second time as well. It's like when I like a movie the first time, a lot of times I like to see it the second time because once you already know what's going to happen, you know, and you know what the story is, you can like look out for little details and stuff. And so I think this time I liked it a lot better the second time around. Like the humor's still funny.
Yeah.
You could pick up so much more like stuff going on in the background, like with all the other characters and just, you know, all this little stuff. I like all these little like off, you know, little lines and stuff that I kind of didn't really pay attention to the first time. Also, I have to say that the first time we saw this, we saw the first after credit little scene, but there's another one
at the very end.
Very end, like after all the long ass credits. It's
only
like
a
couple seconds long, but it's pretty funny, and it's like I'm glad.
I'm not gonna spoil it.
I'm glad we stayed to watch the end of it, even though it's only like 10 seconds long, but it was super cute.
But the movie is kicking ass at the box office. It didn't cost much to make. It's doing very well. They think it'll at least make $400 million. They're already going to make a sequel, and The Rock will be in the sequel. He had to do with the production of this movie, so this is his money
for a long time.
Yeah, and after like 2 or 3 days, I think after the 3rd or 4th day, he came out on Instagram saying that, you know, hey, we're gonna make another movie. I'm glad you guys like it. I'm gonna be in the second one. He's gonna play Black Adam.
Black Adam, yeah.
Yeah, which is a character from Shazam.
But
the bad guy.
I have to say, like I said, and I might have said this first time too, but it's like reinforced the second time. Best thing about this, Zachary Levi, the guy that plays Shazam, and also all the kid actors in this, fantastic.
Yeah.
And I especially love the kid that plays Freddy. You know, the little, that's his little sidekick or whatever. That kid is awesome and hilarious. And also the little girl that plays Darla is super cute.
I just like that they took a goofy premise, and superheroes are a goofy premise. And they go, look, this shit's goofy, and they and they fucking kind of just power through it to make until it becomes cool.
And like I said,
it's like fun for the whole family.
Yeah, it's fun, and like I said, and I think I said this on the first one, it's just, it has so much heart. It's like such a sweet movie. Like you really care about all these little kids and about this character, and like you want them to you know, you want him to succeed, you want him to stop, you know, to be a hero and stuff like that. And it's like, I really, really like that they were able to pull that off and have it still be super funny.
Yeah,
and entertaining.
For me, a lot of these superhero movies, if the tone is really super serious and the costumes are looking the way they do, and it just comes off looking fucking nerdy to me. But if you have fun with it, like the way this movie does, and kind of the way Aquaman did too.
This more so than Aquaman.
Yeah, then it just kind of it goes into nerd realm, and then it comes back around again at you as like, yeah, okay, it's kind of funny. It's good, it's cool. So I like that tone, and I like to see the Joker. I don't know how, I think the Joker's gonna have a different tone, but it's gonna be also DC. Yeah. But I have high hopes that that's gonna be exactly what they intend it to be, which is, I think, disturbing. I think that's going to be a disturbing movie. It looks pretty cool, I have to say. I think that's going to be a disturbing movie. I'd like to see it.
By the way, we're doing this out in the car because tonight is the opening night of Avengers Endgame.
Fucking packed in there.
And they're having a huge, the parking lot, we've been here all day because we saw two movies today. But so we have a spot, but there is no parking. There's a zillion people.
I went out of the lobby to go to the men's room and saw a full-grown gay man in fucking Spider-Man PJs with his mom. His mom was with him too.
I just saw a little kid, and he had an Iron Man mask and a Captain America shield.
Yeah, it's
I was like, aw.
He had Spider-Man PJs on, red sneakers, baseball cap on sideways, and like a big gulp. And he's standing out there with his mom.
Wow.
I got scared.
You got scared?
Fucking right, I got scared, man. I was like, I better get out of here. I gotta go.
Everybody's super excited about Avengers.
I gotta